I won't even say that. All right. So folks, believe it or not, we have the wonderful Nobel Prize winning Tom Cruise lookalike, Nick Tesi, who is just shy of 23 years old.
Mm. And it's
I'm
mind
sure all you
only.
ladies, I'm sure all you ladies will want to jump not only on the beach, but yeah, etc.
I've kept myself in
on
good shape for that.
on the frame of yeah. All right, young man, what are we doing today? Are we talking about a city in the world, or are you could take this opportunity to complain about how bad you said my company has never sent you even one phone call. My marketing for you has never produced not even one call to you. And we've been working together since
I know
well,
it.
since
It's the
before you were in
cave.
Legal Shield.
Hmm.
Remember back when you were in Legal Shield?
Yeah, when I was trying to do that. Um, I was
All
making
right,
more money
so
there, but anyway,
well,
now I haven't
anyway,
made any money on this yet.
well, that's fine. People love to travel, and it's summer, so you should get some business. But we are trying
Mhm.
to encourage people to call you even in the back doorway. We never put your phone number on the last
Yes, I did.
video,
I think I
did
did. I
we?
put it, yeah, I put it down way down here with the where the name is because I have to go in there and change it anyway. Might as well add a phone number to it. I
Well,
didn't add a phone number this time.
why don't you verbalize your phone number? I almost know it by heart myself, but
My
three
phone
something.
number, three
Yeah.
one zero seven
uh,
one seven 2937. That's 310-717-2937.
Okay. And
There you
people,
go.
you can call Nick. He really does not only know a lot about travel, he's associated with, and I did some research on this, he's associated with the for real number one best worldwide travel organization whose name I don't think I ever did know, but they're really good. They really treat
Hmm.
you like royalty. Not that that's a good thing nowadays, but
Yeah.
let's pretend they treat you like royalty used to be treated.
Mm. Yeah. No, well,
Yeah. So why don't you spend a few minutes telling us about one of the cities in the United States or Canada or the world that you just pick one. I know we've done Tokyo, we've done the
hmm
continent of Australia, we've done Rome, we did Paris. I think we did Berlin, if I remember right.
No, I don't think we did Berlin.
Didn't we do one
We,
German place?
yeah, we were in Germany. Yeah, with more around the Munich than it was anything else because that's when they have
Okay.
the Oktoberfest.
Oh yeah. So
Yep.
which city would you like to pick?
Mm,
While you're
well, I
doing
wasn't.
that, I'm gonna look on Gemini and ask them what city this in the world this summer
Mhm.
is like a favorite destination, and maybe we can do more in-depth shows for that particular place.
Mhm.
Would that be good?
Yeah, try that. Let's hear what it
I'm,
is.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I mean, look
Hmm.
here. I have to learn how to spell the word Gemini. Share your camera. No, I don't want to do that right now. I could, but I don't want to. Dear Gemini, of all the cities in the world, which top three cities are the main travel destinations for the next 2 to 3 months, please? Let's see what it says here.
Maybe Hawaii would be one of them.
It says here, I'm kidding. It says here Alcatraz,
Ah, San
Russian,
Francisco.
the Russian Gulag, and
Oh,
Pelican
yeah.
Bay. No, it says it's a great question, tricky to predict. over the next, and it misread what I said, over the next 223 months.
Oh, wow, that's really going out there and predicting something.
Well, I verbalize this stuff, so let me do it again. Gemini. I'm just going to put one thing. What are the top 7 worldwide city travel destinations for the next 3 months, please? All right. See what we got. Good question. Da da da. Predicting. Do we have a can be fluid? Here's what they gave us. Paris, France is number 1.
Hmm.
So we might do more shows about Paris.
Mhm.
London is number 2. And have we done one London yet or not? We haven't done one yet, have we?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
All right. And then Tokyo,
We did that one. Uh,
Rome,
we did that one.
and what we can do more, right? We could pick a few things to highlight.
Uh-huh.
Would that be good? Okay,
Sure.
New York City.
Oh, I was looking at that today too. That's going to be
Okay,
hot in the summertime.
but nonetheless, people go.
Yep.
Barcelona, which we have
Ah,
not done, and last but not least, Amsterdam, the Netherlands.
for window shopping.
Yes. So
Dirty people.
two two sexist pigs on here,
Yeah.
2 old white horny guys who ought to be banned from the universe.
You know the sister
Uh,
company to Amsterdam? Rotterdam.
say what?
The sister company to Amsterdam is Rotterdam. They
The
have all the
sister
same,
city.
yeah, they have the same amenities.
Rotterdale?
Damn,
Rotterdam.
we're talking about Holland.
About who?
Holland.
An island?
Holland.
Yes.
Here, let me.
Holland and the Netherlands are related.
Uh, yep.
Yeah. So they had some guy on stand-up comedy said his father and his father's brother were born as conjoined twins, but when they had the operation done, then his uncle was spoken about in the family as being once removed. It was his uncle once removed.
Ah,
Boy, isn't that the dad
that's
jokes
cute.
just keep rolling in, folks. I'll be
I
here
know.
all night.
Uh-huh.
20-minute sets.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what do you want to tell us? What certain city or what or what? Where have you where have you yourself traveled to that you enjoyed the most?
Did I enjoy the most? Hmm.
Or you enjoyed, like, just pick one of your top 5, or what's one that
I think Paris. Paris had a lot of things to do in there, you know.
okay.
You got the Louvre, you got Napoleon's tomb, um, just a lot of
Now
things. And
when you went there, what was the top 1 and 2 most quote unquote interesting or fun to do things that you experienced?
well, I was there with the French. We went over to the Thompson Castle, and we had I don't know how many courses it was, but I had silverware going way out to my right, way out to my left, and way above me. I said, "Wow, what are they doing? Are they just showing us silverware? Is this going to be is this a
So what
party
is
where
that?
we buy
So this is
silverware?"
good. We got to do this more often. What is the Thompson Castle?
Uh-huh. Well, it was more like a manor, if you will, but they call it the Thompson Castle, and
And
It's
is it a
Thompson
private home
Corporation.
turned into a
It's
travel
not a private,
destination or?
yeah, but it looks more like a museum. It's pretty big. You know, it's a manor, and we were there to have dinner, and as I said, there's plenty of silverware, and we were going through dinner and one thing after another, and every time they brought a different piece of food or something like that, out came the wine again because they have to pair the wine to the food. And
Mm,
when I thought it was all over, I still had a lot of silverware left over, and I'm here eating my sherbet. I thought, oh, this is a nice little dessert to have on top of all that we just had. And of course, that had its own wine.
yeah, good.
And then out come the waiters again with more food, and they say, "Oh no, this is
Yeah,
just the middle of the." We
yeah.
kept eating until we used up all the silverware. And I'm telling you, they said, "Okay, everybody to the next room. We're gonna have a cigar."
How many hours do you think you spent at the Thompson?
Every time I went out to dinner with them, it was 3 to 4 hours on a meal.
And you went, so then you went more than once.
Yeah, I mean, when I had the people in New York City and all that, because I was working for them, I started in New York. They'd come out and we'd be out to dinner for I don't know how many hours, or we were in Dallas for a
So,
show, or somewhere in the United
so
States,
tell what
Vegas.
industry were you in that you got to do all this?
Software industry. It
Tell us
was,
about
yeah, it was a
how
software
did
industry. Because I got hired for them to destroy the competition.
you destroy the competition?
Yeah, I did a damn good job of it too.
I believe it. So you were working in software, and
Yeah,
because of that, you traveled from the States. Where did you live at the time?
New
In the
York,
States.
New York.
And so you would travel to Paris for meetings with,
No, no, no. We only went out. I think once or twice a year, something like that. It wasn't
but was it
abundant
a
traveling to
conference or
France.
what?
Yeah, with a conference, where they want all their vendors together from all over the world. I represented the United States, and so I had the most to
Oh, I
say.
see. Okay. All
And
right.
all the rest of them were having all kinds of problems with their competition, and it was funny. We had the Japanese contention there, and they said because everybody was saying how much, yeah, they had to give away in order to negotiate a deal and sell the products. And
Yeah.
the Japanese were saying, no, we never give any money, anything away, you
Huh.
know. And so I said, that's amazing. So the CEO told me, Nick, go have dinner with that guy. If I
Yeah, I
went to
believe it. Yeah.
We went to a Japanese restaurant for dinner and all that, and I was talking to him. I said, "Okay." I says, I do a lot of things, but I have to still negotiate, and I have to give deals and all that to have everything moving as fast as I can move it, and
Right, right, right.
making a profit." And I says, "How can you possibly do it without giving anybody any?" So they do it in reverse. Okay. In America, we sell the product and then they start negotiating a price and then you give them a cut in the price and then you close the deal, right? What
Right.
they do is they give them everything in advance and then they get them so embarrassed that they've done so many things for them. They took them out golfing, they took them to a big dinner, and then
Interesting that works. Yeah.
and then all
Et
the girls
cetera, et
come in
cetera.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so then
Okay.
when it comes to, they're too embarrassed to say no.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
All right.
he doesn't ever
Good for
have to
you.
give anybody a deal.
Now, this
So
Thompson Palace, do you have any of the historical background or
and no, no, no. It's Thompson
was
Corporation.
it a private
Yeah, it's a
restaurant?
private building. No, 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 no. It's a private building for only Thompson people. And then they have it all catered. They bring in a catering company and,
So Thompson is what?
Thompson Corporation is a multi-billion dollar corporation, conglomerate.
That does what?
There's a lot of different things, like we were just this probably one of the smallest companies they had doing software development to get into the movie industry and stuff like that.
Okay.
Um,
How
they
long
did
were you with them?
until they sold the company.
Thompson sold itself?
No, they sold that the little company we were like a pimple on the back of an elephant as
Yeah.
far as our
So what?
companies
How
go.
long were you there?
About 2 years, maybe three. maybe
Okay,
4.
well,
I forget. You know,
and
they moved me.
who do they sell to? Somebody we recognize like Touchstone
No,
or
no,
Sony
no,
or
no, no. That was another company that wasn't doing really good. And so we combined forces and they gave him the company, you know, the French company, put it with the American company, right?
oh
Gave it,
Lord,
and
so
so
they
it
could
was
cut him a
American.
deal with something else later.
Yeah, because they, you know, because the corporation was saying get rid of the company. You know, they wanted to get rid of the company. It was too much
Yeah.
overhead. Just, I think the
Hmm.
meals were killing them.
Well,
They were spending more on meals than
it,
they were making.
probably physically and financially.
Yeah. And so,
Cholesterol went up 100%, and
yeah, yeah,
so did the operating costs.
yeah. And so, we combined with them, and then that other company went public, made some money, and then they got sold off to another company. You know, I didn't follow it all the way through. Um,
And
I
so
had
you ought to
dropped
be a
off.
company broker, commercial, something or other.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
yeah.
So we're gonna stop this
Okay.
nonsense. I mean, it's lovely conversation, but uh,
The history of Nick
I will
Tesi.
start sending you MP4s.
Okay.
It takes a while to do that. It is labor intensive. I'll just start sending them, and I'll send you 2 or 3 a day.
Hmm.
You'll probably not be able to keep up anyway with all that, but it'll give
Yeah.
you a chance to get those out there. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to start with LinkedIn because I know
Do you
them the
want to?
best.
Do you want to? I have a well. I don't know if you need it, but I have a friend on Fiverr who does editing for me when people actually pay for shows. You want me to connect you with her? I will.
Oh, okay. I paid for these.
You- What'd you say?
I
Oh,
paid
because
for
you
these.
could turn these into anything. You could start. You could take these 10 shows and make the
Make it a comedy.
N- Nick. That wouldn't be hard. The Nick Tesi, escape or
Travel. Yeah.
whatever the word. You
The
could go into
trot around the
Gemini
world.
and well, Gemini could give you a catchy phrase for your show,
Mm,
for a title for your channel. You could have a new channel with like already having 10 shows.
hmm. Yeah.
All right.
I know how to do it on LinkedIn really good. Uh, um,
Well,
I don't know about, I got to
what
watch.
you'd rather do it on LinkedIn? Just do it on LinkedIn then.
Yeah. And then maybe I'll start jumping around to the other ones.
And I'm here to help, although
Okay.
I am going to charge you something for those things. That's
Oh,
labor.
absolutely. Absolutely. I see.
Absolutely. And when he
I'm s-
says absolutely, folks, he means he's going to pull out
absolutely
some
not.
pennies.
No, when
He's
I
the
start,
only guy I know that knows that a tenth of a penny is called a mill. Yeah, it really is. It's called a mill. All right, boss. We're out of
scraping off a
here. We
penny.
love
Okay.
you.
Yep.
Folks in
Oh,
the audience, thank you for letting us waste part of come into your day and dazzle you with this.
yeah. When I start
All
making
right.
money, you'll be making money.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've heard
Hmm.
that one before.
Yeah. I'm going to tell all my
Quite a few
friends.
times. It's real easy for people to say
Yeah.
until they make it and then they go, oh, that guy, I never heard of him. We've never worked with anybody named Mark Spotter.
Splatter.
You don't.
No.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go
No.
because I've got 2 deadlines that I'm
Okay.
blowing
Okay.
for your sake.
Yeah.
One is the PFANA telethon tomorrow.
Hmm.
People for a new America.org are having a telethon starting in Toronto in the morning, and then every 2 or 3 hours they move. Toronto, Chicago, Atlanta, and Los Angeles. And then
Hmm.
the other deadline I have is with a gal named Lourdes Salinas, who does a 501c3 in Sacramento for veterans and other homeless people.
Well, I'm getting close to that.
I'm sorry you're not getting any calls, man. I apologize, but I'm doing what I know to do. It's not
Okay.
apparently not very good, but we're trying to get you out there. So
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I may try to run some other ads for you, but I have made an ad for two for you, but
mhm.
I don't
Well,
anyway.
we can run all these and kind of get feedback and see how we
Well,
can
and
improve or
we
something like
get
that.
some hits on YouTube, but they're not calls to you. They're just
Yeah.
people either viewing a few minutes or whatever. And we also talked about getting you on Instagram and TikTok more,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
I've got some notes about what to do.
And
So,
Facebook, I guess.
well, we already put you on Facebook.
Okay.
You
That
can
was
look
number
at my
three.
account and see you, huh?
That was number three. What was that for number one again? It was
I don't know. I'm
Instagram.
laying down. I'm not over at the desk. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
I think it was
We
Instagram
can
was number one.
we can recreate all that stuff someday if we want to.
Okay. No.
All right,
No.
young man. Please
Okay.
take care. I apologize again for you not getting any calls. All right.
Well, all right. Yeah. Well, we'll see what we can do with it. I mean, there is something, there's a lot of
Well, be
value in them.
creative. Let's be
Yeah.
creative. And I think one thing we need to do, frankly, and I have to experiment more with how to do it, is to do things that are extremely short,
Mm-hmm.
extremely short. Like I'll
3 or
give you
4
an
minutes,
example. No, I'll give you
even
an
shorter than
example.
that. Yeah.
I did it. I do a lot of videos during the day of myself. I did a video earlier today that was 16 seconds long,
Mm-hmm.
and there were no words in it at all. It
Mm-hmm.
was just me humming.
Hmm.
I went like this. I went.
And it got 100 hits.
Oh, it gotten more than 100.
Wow. Wow.
So we got to figure out. I can do some of that on my own. I can say, I could go to the camera and go like, Nick Tesi, are you kidding me? And then I can go Nick Tissy Travel Consulting, really? WTF? Or something.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the contradictory stuff sells better and sometimes it doesn't.
Yep.
Like the what's the beef?
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
who in God's name would think that a older lady coming on camera for a hamburger company
Yeah.
and saying what's the beef
Mm-hmm.
regarding their
Did that
competition, of
that
course,
did that shoot him
would
to the
have
stars?
done that much,
Mm-hmm.
or the
Yep.
one that said got milk. That is a two-word advertisement.
Yep.
Got
Yep.
milk?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And that they sold tens of millions of dollars worth of milk.
Gee. Wow. What's their
So
market? The people
what's
who
their
ain't got
market? They
milk.
sell the milk to cows. That's the market. Now,
And
what are
they're
you asking?
reprocess it. No, no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying what's their market? Who are they selling to? People that didn't know what milk was?
That's a research project for Perplexity. I don't know. I think they sell to the North Koreans or something.
Oh, okay. Well, they got
All
quite a
right.
market then.
All
All
right,
right.
boss. It's been real. Thanks for
Okay.
like I said, the lady in the bar. Thanks for the memories.
Yep. Okay.
All right, later.
It's all right. Take care, Mike.
Yeah. All right, boss.
Bye.
Bye bye. Oh, where is you get out? There we are. Stop recording. Stop.